up and make us have to send them out to non-TI. So we want to go ahead and carefully kind of cover that right now. So if you're a TI, this CD is great. It really works. It really works on breaking the entrainment. And then you will, I don't really get hit a lot with even the beams anymore or anything like that. And as long as I keep it up, it's working better and better every day is what I want to say. It has a cumulative effect. I woke up and my hat was off and my headphones were off and the CD player was off, but I think the battery just ran out in my Walkman. I was sore, like my body was sore, and I'm pretty sure it was from remote neural monitoring or remote neural manipulation. I don't think they were hitting me with a lot of beams. I think it was from pain they were inducing in my body. So while I haven't had the CD on, they have been trying to kind of hit me harder a little bit. It feels like they feel like they're gonna lose the targeting on me. That's what it feels like to me. But I'm just gonna keep using the CD, keep y'all updated about that. It's such a hopeful thing, and there's more to come and stuff like that. There's one TI woman who's enlisting the aid of a rocket scientist and I'm not joking, that's not being dramatic. It's a non-TI rocket scientist who she's going to get help from. People who deal with these smart meters and take these readings. They're starting to get on the conference calls. Non-TIs are starting to become interested in this and how to help us. So we're getting a lot of help from the non-TI communities. Kirk Wiebe and Bill Binney are coming up with they're going to try and do a database. It is hard for target individuals because we are, we're weary and we're leery of, collecting all of our information in one spot. So, these things, these advances that we're making, are sometimes kind of hard because it's, we don't want them to, I guess, have any more information than they already have. But the deal is they already have, our information. We're already being targeted. So these guys really want to help us. They've actually, there's a lot in the news and target individual, news about them really, saying they're going to help us and really having an initiative. And with these guys involved, we could come out with a Senate hearing on this. And then there would be, some watchdogging and groups to, pull these weapons off the street and out of the neighborhoods. So we're definitely getting to awareness and defenses that really work. So much hopeful stuff coming up. I can't cover it all. I need to start making more videos. I haven't been making videos lately because I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do to help Dave, because I really believe in a CD. From experimentation with from my own experience, it really helps. It helps a lot of the psychological torture, the entrainment. Once you can get away from that, then you can see what's left, or you can see, you see more how it works. A lot of people say that high-pitched tinnitus sound is actually just it's just a byproduct of the remote neural manipulation. It's a byproduct of their entrainment of our mind. I don't know about that. It may be part of the torture, or it may just be to entrain our brain so they can torture us more. But it is torturous nonetheless. So please jump on the conference calls and ask for his number on there so we can kind of filter in real TIs right now. While it's just me and him, I think we're going to get a lot more people burning that CD and sending it out. At that point when we're set up, I'm going to go ahead and probably give out his number and say y'all can email me, and we'll do it that way, and we'll just start sending out more CDs. The more of us that get this CD, the more it's going to play havoc with their system, the system of entrainment, their remote stations that they're hitting us with. So it's just God's hand is in this. I wasn't as hopeful at the beginning. I was like, this is too big. It's just too big. And I put my trust in God, as a lot of other TIs do, are just they're spiritual, and they trust in love, whatever force you want to trust in. And really, goodwill and good spirit are involved in this, and I think God's hand is directly involved in this. I'm a Christian. I've just seen wonderful things, wonderful breakthroughs. I do, I'm still, they're still going after me. They're not stopping. So I do get some of the V2K. It's not as bad. They're still saying, they say stuff like, it doesn't matter. We've got to do this. And it's still psychologically torturing, because every time I sit down for the night, when I'm done for the day, it's like, oh man, another, during the day, I'm like, a whole nother day of this. And then at night, I'm like, oh my God, they're going to hit me in my sleep. But with that CD kind of breaking that entrainment, it protects me. If I use that all night, I'll wake up feeling a lot better, more energy, more clear-headed. So we're really getting there, guys. I mean, we're really getting there. I mean, it's super exciting. We've all been kind of torn down, and we're tired. But now's the time to just reach down inside and keep going, because we are breaking the chinks in these chains. We're breaking these chains. More information's coming out. More people are accepting that this is really happening. It's happening to millions of people all over the world. And that's just the people who are directly targeted. There's so much stuff with these signals that it can interact with the brain, that almost everybody in the world, just having one of these phones, is affected by this microwave radiation and electromagnetic frequencies. But there's millions of people who are being directly targeted, by remote stations, delivery systems of antennas, satellites, and cell phone towers. Just keep going, keep up the hope. I'm just so hopeful. I still, they're still doing stuff to me, like they do vibrations. Like I'll go to the bathroom in the morning, and my toilet will just vibrate. It'll just be vibrating. I'll be sitting on it, and it'll just feel like somebody's like shaking it. Or when I go to sleep, I'll feel footsteps, kind of going, like the floor shaking. So they're sending vibrations into the room, in a weird way. I'm not quite sure what the new things that they're trying, because they have a lot of little, a bag of tricks on this one. So if this doesn't work, I think with my Q-Wave personal defenders, and especially because of the CD, it's making that tinnitus sound go away. So that microwave hearing is having a hard time. I don't think they can do V2K to me through microwave hearing anymore. I think they use bone conduction. I think they hit me in the neck or the clavicle or the shoulder, and then that vibration goes up to my cochlear nerve and is picked up by my auditory cortex. So I think they've actually had to shift all that, not just do it in microwaves for the V2K. Just some really hopeful stuff. I'm going to work on burning some of his CDs today, so we can and see, if he needs me to take some of his, we're going to start getting them out to everybody. Jump on one of those conference calls if you want to get one, to get his number, and I'm going to kind of get with him and start sending them out. I'm going to get some stuff to package them and burn the CDs. I'm going to get that. I'm going to hopefully my attackers won't be able to stop me from uploading the interview with Kirk Wiebe and Bill Binney and Ella, their interview, and it was the Thursday before last, I think. It may have been 2 Thursdays. I think it was the Thursday before last. Or the Tuesday before last. It was the Tuesday before this passes, that previous Tuesday. But I'm going to get that up on my YouTube site, mirror it, and put it on your site if you're a targeted individual with a YouTube channel. We need more people who can edit things fast and get them out fast. I have a new editing program, so I should be able to do a lot more. But we always need help. And Ella, get with Ella, or you know, I would say I'm sticking with Ella. She works with PAX International, but I'm kind of on her team, I would say, right now. I wish I had her email. I'm gonna ask her. I don't want to give her email out on my video, because I have a lot of people. She might be getting a lot of just too many emails. But get on her calls on Tuesday and Thursday nights, 8 Central, if you want to help her and let her know. For right now, I'll put this information out better later when I talk to everybody. But go ahead and get on her calls, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Central. So that's 9 p.m. in New York, on the East Coast, and I think it is 6 p.m. in California time, on that coast, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Go and go to all the conference calls. There's scheduled conference calls on, I'll post that website. I posted it on the video before this. But please get on those. They're very serious. I mean, they're not serious. We have fun, and people tell about their information. But it's like we've gained that ground. The perps don't control that anymore. I think in the past it's been hard to really to make those calls. I guess I don't want to say serious isn't the word. But a force to be reckoned with, I guess, would be the best way to say it. The perps kind of got all over them. It was hard to pick up steam. Now that there's more target individuals, we're getting through all that, and just coming up with better ideas. And these calls, are just a slew of new news about what's going on, new ways to defend, really big initiatives like Kirk Wiebe and Bill Binney, Dave Voigt's Walk Across America, to support target individuals and to stop non-consensual experimentation, by the people who are doing this, by third-party contractors, some ex-military, some private investigators, the kind of cadre of people doing this to us, to stop them, to make more laws and to make them enforceable, to let policemen know what's going on, so the good ones can enforce order with this, and just go ahead and lock this program down. Just stop it. We're getting there. I mean, we're getting there to where we're getting awareness, better defenses. So even if we don't, just stop it in its tracks, where they're like, okay, we're rounding up all the weapons. There's so much hope that we can be safe and we can live our lives. So just a lot of great information. I'm actually at the Office Depot right now, so I'm gonna go in and get some CDs and start burning it. I'm gonna try and get that, work on some projects for this. And I'm trying to still do after calls. I haven't been doing that many of them, because we've been kind of ending the calls, and but I'm gonna try and start doing some after calls, especially I think, well, maybe tonight. I don't know if I'll get this video out tonight, but Sumaya has a call. I look at the schedule. She's on the schedule, and her call is at 8 p.m. Central. It'd be 9 in New York and then 6 in California. I may do an after call, after her call. But big things are happening, and I'm pretty sure I'll get this video out, I think before tonight's call, because I want to get that interview up. I have to do it through the computer though, so my attackers my organizers for my torture and my electronic harassment and gang stalking, they're in this phone. They're on my computers. They even can make my phone like totally freeze up now, where I can't push anything. Like if somebody calls, I can't like answer the call. So I know I'm doing something right. They really don't like the CD. They're trying to actually stop the CD player. They're trying to stop my Walkman. I'm going to get some more batteries now. I remember I got to do that. All right, guys.